Hey everybody, Greg Denning with bonus video number 4. You've noticed we've gone with the R's, and this one can be remembrances, right? Creating these great memories, these great experiences, or rewarding experiences, or even recreational activities. Recreation being, something good and wholesome, some activity done outside of work. And we want to create these wholesome recreational activities as a family. Too many families live this perennial Groundhog Day. They just do the same thing over and over and over. They have the same experience year after year. And so instead of getting years of experience, like I said, they have the same experience year after year. And for many, it becomes a mere humdrum existence, not really living life. And so take a minute to ask yourself, am I really living? Is my family really alive? The first step was to recalibrate. You could say you're taking a pulse on your family. Is your family alive? Does it have a thriving pulse, or is it just bloop, bloop? Right? Just barely hanging on. There's a string of life left. And this will help liven your family. This will help get you going and excited. So many people go through life just with few great experiences and great memories that they just begin to think, well, that's the way life is. Okay, come back to reality. Be realistic. We can't all just be having fun all the time and having a great experience. We can't. Life's just hard. Life's just an endurance event. Life's tough, and then you die. There'll be a few good experiences, but most of it will just be drudgery. And I'm sorry, I don't believe that. And you know my story. I grew up in a broken home. I was out on my own at an early age. I've been in the streets, and I've traveled around to developing countries, and I've been in the poorest places and seen the greatest suffering. And I've experienced tremendous suffering. I know life can be incredibly difficult and hard. And yet I do not for a second believe that life has to be drudgery, that life has to be continually hard, that life is just this endurance event where you're just hanging on to the bitter end and then you die. That's not the case. Life can be fantastic, but we have to be intentional about making it fantastic. We have to get out and create experiences. So here's my challenge with step number 4. Deliberately create great memories. I want you to serve together as a family. Look for opportunities to make a difference in the lives of others. How can you serve together? And not so much as a checklist, something you're checking off, nor as something that you're trying to draw attention to your family. We're going out and doing the service project, but more it becomes part of your culture. It becomes a part of who you are and what you do as a family. Man, there's a lot of bugs in Costa Rica. And so it's a part of what you do. It's a part of who you are. And so you're out, you're consistently making a difference together. You're serving together. You're looking for opportunities to help others be happy, to lighten those loads we just talked about. When you see suffering and struggling, you go and help. And so serve together as a family. And do it regularly, consistently. Calendar it in. And get the reminders out there. Make it a part of what you do. Learn together. Make sure you're having great learning experiences, going to museums and concerts, orchestras, symphonies, plays and musicals, that you're researching topics together. You find something that interests you as a family and you go learn about it. Man, take your family and go anywhere in the world and learn. Go learn from great people. Find somebody that you think is doing a great job at something that interests you as a family. Go learn. If a child expresses an interest in a certain career, go as a family and find out about that career. Take your kids and go to a dairy and learn about that whole process. Go to any kind of farm. Go to any kind of factory. Go wherever. Go visit, Apple. Learn about Macintosh or whatever. Go visit these places and learn about all these different things as a family, and then incorporate travel. Travel together. We travel tons, and we know that we don't never say that our lifestyle's for everybody. It's not. But we definitely think that travel ought to be a part of every family because you learn so much. So take trips, even if it's inside your own country, to different climates and cultures. You go south and north and east and west and up and down. Get to know your country, get to know the different cultures, learn a new language as a family. Try new foods. You can even just at home just get online and look up recipes and have a different cultural meal every night. I mean, you can eat different food from all the country. We do that constantly, where I'm teaching my children how to create different cuisines, and it's amazing. We eat well, and we have all these great experiences, great tastes, and we have conversations about cultures and how to do these things. So learn together, travel together, experience together, read great books together. My children and I, we love that. We're constantly reading. Every day I'm reading to my children. And so we have these bond, these memory. We remember how the book made us feel. We remember the principles and lessons, and we talk about them. And the kids will bring that up. Oh, remember when we were in that place and we were reading that book? Or, oh, you remember that experience from that book? And then here's how it applies to, and I remember that because of what we just did today. And so it brings back all these great memories. And we're learning together. And we're bonding, we're reading together. And so we get to experience the book together. And it becomes a part of who we are. Because each experience, each book, each struggle, each new thing we learn, each place we go, it all is part of the recipe of who we're becoming. And it adds to it. So do all these things together, and it'll make the biggest difference in your lives. So just to wrap up, sit down today with your family, write out a list. I mean, just get it on paper. Again, I'm always encourage you to think on paper. Get it on paper, all the experiences you want to have as a family. Get input from everybody. What books do you want to read? What languages do you want to learn? What other things do you want to learn? Where do you want to travel? How do you want to serve? How can we make a difference? What can we do together consistently as a family? Get it all on paper. Plan something for this week. In fact, you can plan something for this day. Have a daily thing you do together that creates a bond that makes your days more meaningful. I mean, make sure you're alive. Have something you do each week that's a little bigger, something you do each month, something you do each quarter, something you do each year to create meaningful, recreational experiences that can be hard. I mean, I've done service projects with youth and teenagers with my own children that are just grueling hard, and we all have blisters and we're sweating and it's really hot or really cold and we're working, but it's recreational because we're doing great things together as a family that matter. I promise. Doing these wholesome recreational activities, making memorable experiences together will help create a fantastic family culture. Reach upward.